Happy solstice, happy summer solstice, happy winter solstice, wherever you are on the planet across time and space. I'm very happy and grateful that you're here. I got this, I'll show you the dress. I got it at Marshall's the other day and I wore it on the full moon in Sag. And you know when you just like, I feel like, how do you solve a problem like mine? I just feel like sauntering when I'm in it. And so I usually like to wear it off the shoulder, but I can't do that in today's video, so I'm keeping it up on the shoulders. But hello, welcome. If you are new to my table, my name is Sarah. I am a channel. I channel messages for the collective, and it's usually my guides that come through, but I go directly to source energy, and what I channel through is for the collective. It's of the highest and greatest good for all. So no matter where you are across time and space, you are welcome at my table. There's a reason that I popped up on your feed, and I have a little short about that. Like I usually pop up when like you're repeating the same patterns, you're not really sure what's going on, you're kind of a little bit like, what the heck or nutters is happening out here? That's where I come in. So we are talking about the Cancer solstice, and we are going to be utilizing the lenses. I talk in lenses around here of astrology. We're going to put the planets down. This is the general astrological wheel. Starts in Aries and goes all the way around over to Pisces. I'm also going to talk about the tarot and which tarot cards represent this decan of the astrological wheel, the Cancer decan right over here. I'm going to channel some messages, and we're going to talk a little bit about family and mother and father stuff that's coming up. And it's very interesting what's going on right now. And I really love to use the term interesting because it doesn't label it as good or bad. And there's ego stuff that's going on. Definitely go watch my new moon in Gemini video. It was titled Ego. And if you don't have to go, I'm just going to give a little bit of an update and just let you know that starting technically tomorrow. It's not, this is multidimensionality for you. I'm recording this on the 6th of June. The date of this solstice is the 20th of June, and I'm discussing the full moon that's happening tomorrow across time and space, the 21st of June, which is the full moon in Capricorn, which I don't know if I'm going to keep the title of it, but the title that had come through, which is like, but I'm daddy's favorite. And so there's a lot of mother-father stuff that's coming up, capital M, capital F. And so I'm going to see what comes through. That was the original title that kind of came to me, but I don't know if I'm going to record it or when I'm going to record it. I have no idea. But my intention for what I just said all there is that I have closed my new moon and full moon workshop Patreon group, and all of my content as of right now is available donation based for free on YouTube. So I just want to highlight that the links are always below for you to donate, for you to give back monetarily. It really, if you have the capacity to give back, it helps not only me, but the people that cannot. That there are so many souls all over this planet that are able to utilize YouTube for free and to learn so much for free. Like really, 4 years ago, I was borderline homeless, had $2.02 in my bank account, and I bettered myself with the complimentary content on YouTube. So I had used to just put the introductory video out for my workshops, but now I'm going to do the all signs reading, the channeled messages, the tarot readings, the kit can and caboodle for everybody. And so I'm very excited. I'm nervous. I do get nervous when I channel on YouTube. It's just like sometimes I'm doing a very, how do I say? Usually I'm talking to you and then my guides show me a picture over here, and then baseline functioning, I have like another universe over here. Today, actually last Sunday, the 2nd of June, marked 1 month of me being completely sober. I don't drink alcohol. I haven't for many years, but I've been without cannabis flower. And it is just, my channeling has been coming through so clearly. My visuals, everything has been coming through so clearly. I'd been a cannabis ingester for 14 plus years. So this is a big deal. And I'm excited about it. And I'm not, in any way putting a marker on that or saying this is life now, because we change effortlessly. But that's where I am now. How are you? What's new with you? I want you to know ahead of time that I'm aware that, thank you for saying that I'm hitting the nail on the head on a lot of things. Thank you for saying that that was a lot in less than 5 minutes. I'm very aware that I pack, if you're new here, the better part of 6 months of work into each of my YouTube videos. So please take this moment now, pause the video, go grab your coffee and tea and your journal. Definitely have your journal handy and just listen. Just listen. Like the description, it always says that my voice and looking into my eyes, it's meant to unlock codes inside of yourself. So even if you don't feel like you understand the woo-woo, you understand astrology, or the tarot is not really for you, you're more of a religious person, not a spiritual person, like I understand, we're coming home again. We're coming back home to our soul. And it's, funny, the Gemini season video was called Senior Year, and now it's kind of like everybody's coming home to your chosen family. So take Nasha and pause the video and go grab your coffee, tea, and your journal. Please have some water as well, and we'll just chit chat. See what comes through. Summertime. Alrighty, Reenie Rooney. So we are going to start with the astrology, and I, channel through the lenses of astrology and tarot. But like I said, my baseline is 3 universes, so we'll see what happens. And this is the amalgamation of planets that I'm about to put up is for the 20th of June. The moment that the sun goes into Cancer energy. General astrological wheel. This is the roots of the tree of your life. And this is your chair here. If you're new here, this is your chair right over here. The roots of our tree of our life, my pocket of the world. Safety is key down here. So have you ever met a Cancer sun, moon, or rising? They're so passionate and emotional. This is cardinal water energy. They're some of the, the ride or dies of your life. They will be there forever. Forever. But the Cancer, it's the crab, is the soft on the inside. But if you attack, you come at them, you come at their family. It's kind of like Aries energy a little bit. If you come for a Cancer's friend, family, if you come for their, I don't want to even say pride, but if you hit at their emotions, they will either attack, destroy you, and then you'll never see or hear from them again, ever. Yeah, once it's done, it's done. But they will be with you for a very long time. It's really the mark of cardinal. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. If you've earned it with any of those signs, any of those amalgamations of those signs, and you do have to earn it, you have to bring something to the table. You have to be able to keep up with them. And that's in no way egoic. They are some of the best teachers, some of the best leaders, some of the best... It's not Aries energy where they have to go first. They're winning always, but they're trying to get you to come along with them. Always. They'll be your best cheerleaders. More so than Leo. I know. So this is the Kata that we're talking about today. Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Yes, we're talking about Cancer season. I won't get ahead of myself. So the moment that the sun goes into Cancer energy, the moon is in the middle of Sag energy. Can you see? Right up here. Which I kind of like. This is given a little bit of spunk. This is, as Pam Gregory, one of my favorite teachers and astrologers, says, the, Equinox and Solstice, it's striking a tuning fork. It's starting off the season, and this map, because we're map makers, this quest that we're on, is showing us a little bit of the theme, the lens that we're going to be viewing this world through right now. And so with the moon in Sag, a Sag, you love a Sag. It's very spunky. It's very excitable. This is very cheerleadery energy. I don't want us to tucker ourselves out right away though. This is really, I live in a beautiful East Coast island town. It's in Gloucester, and this is the week before Fiesta. And it's just absolutely, I literally live in the Sandlot movie. The purest, most beautiful, loving souls you will ever meet are in Gloucester, Massachusetts. I'm not kidding. It's so beautiful and lovely, and we're compassionate. People get along. You can always tell when there's a tourist around because you'll try to let them go in traffic and they'll be like, is this a joke? Is someone trying to rob me? What's happening here? I'm allowed to go. You're holding traffic for me to go. Yes, we are holding traffic for you to go because there's only 2 lights in the entire city, pardon me. So I like this. And like I said, the very next day, we're going to be having our full moon, which will be in the sign of Capricorn, this is mother, this is father. So, and I've mentioned this a few times. I'm, really not going to be discussing so much in any sort of judgmental way the fear-based timeline that is actively playing itself out on the planet right now. And I'm aware of how disassociated that could sound. I have an entire video on, it takes a certain level of disassociation to function in 2024 right now. I'm very aware. Misplaced, what was it? What was the video that I did? I'll put some videos below that will displaced and disassociation that will just highlight and speak to why my concern is you. I want you to have tools to navigate your world. We're all aware of what's going on. We're all aware. And so, I'm not even going to get into it. But the reason that I mention this is that the full moon that we're about to have tomorrow, technically, on the 21st of June, I'll just say that, is going to be a real opportunity for us to let go of incredibly deep-rooted mother and father issues. And this is mother capital M, father capital F. I do have 2 videos that are available for you that I recorded last year. And I will put the links for all of those below and then there was Mother and Papa Can You Hear Me, just talking about a lot of the purging that's going on right now. I have a lot of videos that I will be recording about how to deal with family that is on another timeline that maybe has some narcissistic tendencies. And a lot of people have gone no contact, and I really highly recommend that. I also want to help you navigate if you cannot go no contact, or what some tools that you can utilize, and also give you some validation that you're not alone in that arena. And so we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk way more about that in the Capricorn full moon video, but I just wanted to offer you that validation that during this time, say the next, it's Thursday, I'd say for the whole weekend, honestly, 20, 21, 22, 23, give yourself an incredible amount of grace that you might have a lot of dreams about family stuff. A lot of dreams about high school issues have been coming up. Even as I'm recording this, it's been a very intense time for us to be releasing a lot of old egoic tendencies. Like, have you ever just gone home and you immediately regress to your, sibling order, the little kid where you're like, can you do my laundry? Can you do this? Even I saw my family for the first time, we get together once a month or I'd say once every 6 to 8 weeks, actually. And I'm literally sitting there, my feet spread out, and my drink, my bubbly water was in the middle of my legs, and I'm just I'm the middle child, and I'm like, it was so cute. It was so cute. It's just and I got to bond with my nephew, which, raise of hands, the auntie nephew love, deeper than I could ever possibly say. It's a blessing to be an auntie. So let's also see what else is happening in the sign of Cancer. So we're going to have Mercury is at 7 degrees of Cancer right over here. I'm sorry, I'll speak a little bit more to the house. I heard some of you asking. So this house is my pocket of the world. Safety is key. And when the sun transits this area of your chart, you want to be at home. You want to be a homebody. You want to decorate the home. You want to maybe redo something in the home. You're looking at either the inner home, whether it's, detoxing, whether it's drinking clean water, looking at your meditative space. I would say when you meditate, visualize you have this palace inside of yourself, this beautiful, and it could look however you want it to. It's kind of like Sims, but in your mind's eye. And you just build this beautiful palace. And every time you meditate, this could be a walking meditation, this could be a sitting down meditation, this could be yoga, this could be heavy lifting, this could be going on a hike, this could be swimming, this could be gazing at a candle, this could be going to the ocean. There's no perfect way to meditate. It is just coming back to yourself every day. and recognizing that you are a soul having a human experience. You're not your thoughts. You are not this human avatar. You are not what people think of you. You can cut ties during this time. But the visual that I want you to really engage with right now with me is I'm cleaning my house. Every time I meditate, I'm sweeping a dusty corner. I'm, putting up a picture. I'm, really washing the windows. Every time, you don't go a day without brushing your teeth, washing your face, cleaning your glasses. I mean, I do sometimes. I've had people at the restaurant literally be like, can I please just, dear friend, she like gave me glasses cleaner. I'm okay right now. But I'll work on that. I'm gonna write it down. Thank you. So every time you meditate, or whatever lens, whatever that looks like, it changes every single day. I would recommend that you visualize, this is cleaning my house. This is keeping my inner self clean. This is cleaning the car. This is, wash, whatever it may be, cleaning out the fridge. This is a quarterly. So really, these are more scrub-a-dub-dub type things. So that's all I have to say now. Mercury is going to be in Cancer, so the way that you communicate, the way we all communicate, the way we receive downloads is going to be very interesting. It's going to be very familiar. If you'll be able to feel, and honestly, and I just want to highlight for some Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Risings that are watching this, that the fact that you can walk into a room and feel the energy of everyone in the room and how they're doing, like that's a superpower. Not everybody can do that. No. Really take that in. That empathy, that's a superpower. Not everybody gets that. And it didn't take childhood trauma for some of you to be able to do that. That's impressive. Good for you. Well done. So, we also have Venus at 4 degrees. Venus is in the mix. And I really appreciate that Venus is in Cancer. I talked about that in my June 2024 video. It was called Lovely. And Venus and Mercury went into the sign of Cancer holding hands. It was a really beautiful moment. I would definitely go check that video out. But I also love the fact that, we just had that new moon in Gemini, which really hit our ego, and the fact that this full moon also has Venus in the mix. We are being offered, we know that Venus is our yin planet. It's how we understand love. It's how we receive abundances. This is also really like receiving good, like money, good paper. I know that Taurus is usually about money, but this is about finances as well, because, a beautiful financially abundant life gives you the capacity to take care of your home, team, family, and flock. Secure the home. It's a beautiful representation because we know that money is a limitless, neutral resource. It's available. It's just like energy is available. It's just like I can channel the guidance from source energy. You can do that too. We can all manifest in certain ways, but we have to be a vibrational match for the thing that we're trying to manifest, or it will not come to us. So this is about calming the body, understanding the roots of the tree of our life, why we are the way that we are. I think that I'm giving you proper information. I think it's slapping. Okie dokie. Mars right now is in Taurus, which I really, really love. Mars is in Taurus at 8 degrees. Yeah. And so Mars doesn't always like being in Taurus. It's also, my natal Mars is in Taurus, so I can speak to this, that you're fine with the chugga, chugga, chugga. You're fine with the chugga, chugga, chugga. We also definitely need accountability buddies when it comes to physical exercise, when it comes to all that stuff. So if you're like outward, more assertive energy is a little bit more subdued, that's why. It's also, like I had said, this is about, cardinal energy, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Once you're in with a cardinal sign, you're in. Also, when you're in with a Taurus, you're in. A lot of people are finding soul tribe right now. A lot of people are connecting to the people, the community that they are meant to be a part of. I'll share a little tale. I, had been working on manifesting a king-size mattress since February. And so from February until I picked it up on the 4th of June. So it was a few months of a manifestation. And so I posted on an Instagram story, queen size mattress. It's literally sitting here in the living room. It's just, it's here. It's kind of like a cute little playpen. I absolutely love it right now. And I can just like have snacks and sit on it. It's very nice. I don't hate it. And so I posted it, and within a few moments, 2 people instantly were like, are you moving? Are you leaving Gloucester? And it was so pure, I had to put something right after. And so Gloucester's my home. Gloucester is my home. And so I feel so connected to Gloucester. I love it so much. I will definitely have another home, like 2 homes. One will always be in Gloucester, and then I'll have another in Italy one day. I have been studying Italian for many years, and it's just, I see it in my mind's eye. I feel comfortable and confident to share it with you. And that's a few years of manifesting. But the moment that I became a vibrational match, oh my God, these little stickums, I found one right here. They're everywhere. They're everywhere all over the house. I love it. But the second that I became a vibrational match for the king size bed, it came to me within an hour. And I've talked about that in a few videos, so I'm not going to repeat myself there. So Mars is in Taurus. This is really about long range stuff. This is about coming home, but I don't even want to put it in quotation marks. It's just the home inside of yourself, the home with the family, that your chosen family, the family that you were born into, whether you have to go no contact or set boundaries with those people, that is completely okie dokie. However, you can have the people in your life so that you love them effortlessly, and you love them clearly, and you love them cleanly without judgment, exactly as they are. And sometimes you can't be in someone's life to love them. It's very vulnerable. My guides want me to share. So I've said this before, and it's not something that I discuss all the time, but I'm going to share it. I have gone no contact with, my birth father. It's been months, and, I haven't blocked because I don't want to, and that's my choice. But I'm able to effortlessly love him. I finally put a childhood picture of, my sisters and my father and I on the altar, on the mantle, without bawling in, like rage tears. And, I can't be the daughter that he wants and needs, and he can't be the father that I want and need. But with this space, I'm effortlessly able to love him exactly as he is, without judgment, without issue, without pomp and circumstance. And I'm grateful for him. I'm so proud of him. And oh my God, yeah, it's completely like emotional and guttural. We all want to be able to have that like perfect archetypal, family, but that's just not the way that things are. The world is not a perfect place, and that perfection doesn't even exist. Perfection does not exist. So I just wanted to share that vulnerably with you, that I'm not preaching and teaching to say like, you have to go no contact and stuff like that. There's roaring pain and tears behind it, but you will find effortless love. That I can promise you, that I can guarantee. So thank you for holding space. Yeah, I love you all. It's not easy. It has not been the easiest thing. Okie dokie. Let's get into some outer planets to lighten the mood. So we have Chiron in Aries at 22 degrees over here. We have Lilith in Virgo. My chair's blocking at 29 degrees. As I was making notations, this I feel like is not key player, but Lilith, and whether you follow the mean or the true Lilith, completely up to you. This is the one that I follow because it feels more inherent to my natal astrology of where my natal Lilith is. So it's just whatever Lilith you follow. And the Saturday, the solstice is the 20th we're talking about. On the 29th of June is when Lilith will go into the sign of Libra. So there's a lot to say to that planet. And the reason that I commented on it, or just it popped into my head, is because the 29th degree is the critical or anaretic degree. It kind of shows the shadow side of the sign. And Virgo, the shadow side of Virgo, the negative side of Virgo, is perfection and, like rigidity and and self-deprecation in a, you know, very uncomfortable way. Very uncomfortable way. So with all of that being said, that lens of Lilith, you know, I can't change. I'll speak from my statements. That's what we do around here. We're leaders. I can't change the person that is my birth father, nor do I want to. So if you find that you're acting through a codependent lens where it's like, I can save you, I can fix you, you need to be this way, and try to like be in that person's life, but say, I can only have you in my life if you are this way. No, you can't teach anybody. You can't. You can't. And that's not the world that we're meant to live in. You can. This is guidance. This is an offering. There's no gurus on this planet. I've said that numerous times for many years. We are guides, not gurus. We're here to offer information for you. And this is all a cafeteria land. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. You don't have to look at Lilith. You might follow the other Lilith that's already in Libra. So it's also fascinating that we've had the South Node in Libra and we've had the North Node in Aries for quite some time now. In my playlist, the longer range transits, I have videos about just that lens, the North Node and then South Node, and also in the playlist, the Toolbox, go definitely watch the Relationships Are Drastically Changing video. Those are all lenses that have to do with the North Node and the South Node. North Node in Aries, we're coming into it's the head of the dragon, it's the I am statement. So we're all collectively coming into an entrepreneurial space. Everyone's being more independent, very Aries in their relationships, and we're releasing the South Node, all very codependent relationships. A lot of relationships are ending or they're transforming to be something else. A lot of families are breaking up. A lot of families are starting. It's all getting shake, rattled, and rolled. I did a video a long time ago about schematics, and you know when you put sand on a table and then you add music to it and it goes into this beautiful geometry, the sacred geometry. That's what's happening to the planet. Whether you utilize the lens of the solar flares or the Schumann resonance, whatever your belief system is, it does not matter. We're all getting pushed and pulled to be with the beings in our life that we're meant to be with. The way that you can say and understand, trusting your gut, you get a text message. You're like, hey, Sarah, do you want to come to, you know, this, that, and the third? Do you want to come to this event? And if I go, I don't know. I don't have anything to do that day, nor do I want to do anything. That's a no. If I get a message that's like, Sarah, hey, you want to have tea? I'm like, yes, I will move this thing around. I will move mountains for this. You will be able to tell. Doesn't matter your sign. Doesn't matter your human design. It doesn't matter your Enneagram. It doesn't matter. If it's a resounding yes, it's a yes. If it's a question mark, it's probably a no, and you'll know when it's a no. My belly is grumbling. So definitely that's for some of you specifically. Okie dokie. So we have Pluto retrograde at 1 degree of Aquarius over here during this quarter, during this God's quarterly from Cancer season over to Libra season. Pluto will dip back down into Capricorn. I'm listening to my guides. They only want me to say 2 things about that because it's not about this community specifically, but it's about the outer. It's always darkest before the dawn, and it will get darker. If you focus on it, you will create it. You will feed it. You will nurture it. You will nourish it. So try your very best. If it is not affecting your home, your family, your team, your flock, your community, if it is not right in your face physically, then it's not your responsibility to fix. So we have a square. Neptune is at 29 degrees of Pisces, right over here. And so we have a square from the sun to Neptune. Square is like coming to an intersection. Somebody's got to go before somebody can go. It's also a tension point. It's where diamonds are made. This is very emotional, energy. Very, very beautiful emotional energy. Neptune is a water sign. I love that it's a square, even though it's an out of sign square, because technically in exactitude would be 29 degrees of Gemini to 29 degrees of Pisces, but it's a square of water Cancer to water Pisces energy. Expect emotions to be flowing, expect tears. Try to rebrand crying, to really try to rebrand it. And I don't want any of us to be like, don't cry in public, just go to the bathroom. No, cry right there and then. Truly. Good things and bad things. Really happy, vulnerable tears. Yeah. If it makes someone uncomfortable, then let them be uncomfortable. You will be able to trigger someone to see and go back to a moment in time where they were not allowed to cry in public. Yeah, don't cry until you get home. Don't have a fit at the grocery store. I'm just going to buy you the chocolate anyways, and blah, 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 blah. Like, this is parental stuff. This is the house of mother, and this is the house of father. It is going to be coming up, so don't smash it down. Just like I've said, if you eat like moldy food, it's coming up or it's coming down. It's got to come out. So if it's a cry, try not to label it. Just say, I need to release this. Something's coming up that I need to release. Whether it's yours, whether it's your family lines, whether it's for the collective, whatever, wherever it is. Please, I implore you, I offer to you, just feel it. Just cry. Okay. That's also the flooding and all of the rain and stuff like that, just on the outer. Saturn is in Pisces at 19 degrees. Saturn is going to go retrograde and join the retrograde party on the 29th of June. This happens every year. You know, the outer planets go retrograde every year. By the time we get to the equinox, the Libra equinox on the 22nd of September, we'll have Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all retrograde, and Chiron retrograde. The nodes are always going backwards. So that's okay. We know that that comes. It's a chance. Think of, you know, I live on an island, red, right, returning, retrograde, revisit, go inward. How did this make me feel? This is a huge opportunity for you to just look at why I am the way that I am, the teachers that I had. You know, my guides are saying, like, look at your teachers. Some of you really idealize some teachers within the school system. Look at those people and why you really took to them. And some of you are kind of recognizing that, like, that cool teacher that you really liked was really actually not that healthy of a person. Just wanted to say that. Okay, so we have Uranus in Taurus at 25 degrees right over here. I don't even know when Mars is going to conjunct Uranus. Yeah, Mars is at 8 degrees and Uranus is in Taurus at 25 degrees. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Fun's a strong word. I know. Fun's a strong word, but that's going to be spicy. That's going to be spicy. I might do a whole video on that. Okay, Uranus, Mars, Taurus. Yeah, because it's like, what do we know about the Taurus? There's a bull. You know, I used to make this joke about my natal Mars in Taurus and being an Aries sun with Scorpio rising, conjunct Pluto, or just being me, where it's like, it takes a lot to really poke at, you know, a Taurus of any kind, any placement in Taurus. But the second you cross the line, I used to make this joke. It's not true anymore. I'd be like, I'm sorry, Sarah is not running the avatar anymore. I can only see red in front of my eyes, and I am going to really emotionally attack you. Like, not physically. I'm not like a fighter. Oh my God. I'm a lover, not a fighter, baby. Ugh. Sorry, it was just a very old teacher traumas. Ugh. So much just coming up all at the same time for all of us. So I just want you to know that I'm right there with you. Right there with you. No. Jupiter. I'm just moving along. So that Mars conjunct Uranus, I will probably do an entire video on that because that's spicy. That's spicy. Jupiter is in Gemini at 5 degrees right over here. I have 3 entire videos on Jupiter and Gemini. Jupiter, Gemini, you know, what you focus on will expand no matter, and all signs readings you can watch for your rising sun and moon. Our video on Jupiter is scooting for the month of June. Definitely go check any of those videos out. It's expansive information. Expansive information. That's Gemini. Gemini is the twins. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Y'all are getting upgraded in your brains right now. Like, it's like you're constantly on a roller coaster. I'm so impressed and proud of you. Like, it's a beautiful thing. So, this is kind of cool. I like how spread out they are. But see how they're kind of focused over here? The moon's Scooty-Doots. Like I said, the next day the moon will be over here. Pluto will take 20 years to do that. So, you know nothing of astrology. This is like we've been talking about the roots of the tree of your life. This is public life, where you're seen publicly. These are relationships over here, our descendant sign, and this is the ascendant, the rising sign, our self, the mask we wear to the world. So see how this quadrant of the entire astrological chart, self in my family, the cultural family roots over here. So that's why the focus right now, like the title of the video states, is about coming home. Really, think of when does your entire family get together? Is it a reunion? Is it around the 4th of July? Is it around Christmas time? Whenever everybody gets together in the same house, like under the same roof, what happens? You know, you got the 2 cousins talking over here. You got the siblings being like, can you believe that mama's doing that? I can't even handle that. You got, you know, like the father that's remarried over here. You got the kiddos. The kiddos just kind of like solve everything. They literally are like a solve. Yeah, they just cure it all. The babies being born right now are so telepathic. You just look in their eyes and it's like, bing, bing. They're just like, I'm upgrading you. All will be well. All's fine. It's an incredible time to be alive and conscious and aware. I just have to say that. So this is, you know, what we're going to be, this moment that the sun goes into Cancer energy, these are going to be the planets. So I'm going to now just talk about the tarot super duper quick, and then I might just kind of show you how a bunch of the planets are going to be shifting to the equinox, to the Libra equinox. So let's talk about the tarot, because every minor arcana card from 2 to 10 represents a specific decan of the astrological wheel. So 0 to 2 degrees of Cancer, 0 to 10 degrees of Cancer, pardon me, is the 2 of Cups. This is cardinal water energy. So the first, cardinal is first, they want to go first, the beginning of the Cups energy. The aces are not, they don't represent any. But I have the major and the court card, so we'll talk about that. Yeah, it's like Hermes, cheersing. This could be marriages, you know, because we have a little bit of the, how do I even say? Yes, it's like medical, but it's more like, I don't even want to say pentacle. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like marriages, signing things, more documentable, like declarations. You know, these are like, it takes 2 cups to cheers. So I really like this. This is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. It's about community and really friendships. See how they share in good, bad, and ugly. You can't even tell like which arm is which person's, and they're celebrating. Really, we have like the chalice, the Holy Grail at the bottom, right at the base, or at the top, I guess. But it's a celebration. And sometimes when this card does come up in your own personal readings, it does have a timing component. So this could speak to, you know, a celebration or the next holiday. This could be the next day. This could be the full moon. This could be, you know, I'm a US citizen, so we celebrate the 4th of July. It's a very exciting time to, you know, be celebrating. Celebration is really necessary right now, and bringing community together. But like I said, they celebrate the good and the bad. Who's there for you when no one else is? That's who you're meant to celebrate right now. This is 10 to 20 degrees of Cancer, and this is 21 to 30 or 29, depending on, you know, what you. Four of Cups. And so this card can be a very interesting card. This could be an apathetic card. This could be a little bit of a bitter card. This could also be you waiting for the right thing to come to you. See, it was kind of like, I don't want that offering from spirit coming straight from the clouds. I got 3 cups right here. I'm good. So it could be a little bit of rigidity. It could be, I'm listening to my guides. For a lot of you, the offering that's going to change your entire life is so simple that you're like, it's going to be boring. I have to work like once a week. That's it. And you're like, what? I want to hustle. I want to do this. Like even productivity is an addiction. So, and I flounder with it. I'm not preaching to you in any capacity. I get it. And so reminding yourself that offerings are going to come in, they're saying brazenly, but sporadically. So when the offerings come in, some of them are supposed to be like go back to like, is it the resounding yes? I'm having a full body chill. Or is it like if it's a this, then there's something, in the fine print, don't look at. So take this as, and when this comes up in your readings, like it's like, do not pass to go, do not collect $200, just kind of sit, stay, and like Zach Morris, okay, stop. What's really going on here? No. Finding a job that keeps the roof over your head and gives you the capacity to network could be advantageous for a lot of you. Service. I have a whole video to record on how the service industry is about to pop. It is popping, but it's about to, from 2024 to 2027, holy gosh, oh golly gee. It's going to be interesting. I'm here for it. Yeah, I love my restaurant job. So this is the major arcana, or one of the major arcana that can represent Cancer energy. This is the second one over here. More the moon, but you have the crustacean down here. And so there's a few different things going on. The Chariot, this is, the Winner's card. It's a good thing when this comes up. It could be a very prosperous, it means that the good thing that you've been manifesting, that you've been working towards is a coming. So see how he directs the sphinxes without, leads? It's with his conscious will. And he holds a scepter to the side, not up or down like the magician does. He's directing it with his intention and intuition. Yeah, we all become the werewolf on the full moon. So ride that wave. Also know that you have a positive ego, you have a negative ego, you have yourself. We came to experience human emotions. We came to experience this polarity-based reality. So ride the wave of the moon. Surrender to the current. Don't try to swim upstream. Let it just flow with the cycles of the moon. What do I know? What do I know? So this is the Royal card, the Court card that represent Cancer energy, and I love her. See how different, how ostentatious her cup is, but I'm also ostentatious, so it's okay. She built that with her consciousness. She decided, I want my cup to look like this. She's half in the water, half on land. She directed it. Some people think that she's very stern. Some people think that she's very concentrated. It doesn't matter, but this is really queen, lens, nurturing, nourishing our emotions. Let your cup runneth over. That's what the meditative space that I talked about at the beginning of this video is for. Really focusing on filling up your cup so it runneth over so you can bless others. You can't give the cup away. You can't give from an empty cup. You can't give from an empty bucket. You have to spend time every day nurturing and nourishing yourself, whether it be exercise, going for walks in the woods, going for a back shore drive, candle gazing, actually meditating, dancing, stemming, whatever it is that you have to, crying, whatever you do, just do it once a day. And I've given this offering before. Think of something that you do every day already that's already built in, because, our habits dictate our trajectory. We know this. This is leadership language. Before I brush my teeth every day, I have to meditate before I brush my teeth. Before I look at a cell phone, I have to meditate. Before I eat midday, I have to meditate. Whatever you do every single day, say I can't do that until I meditate. And it just incorporates that new habit. It separates time and space. So you say, okay, I have a pocket, 60 to 90 seconds. Start there. Just count to 10 breaths. Imperative to your trajectory. I couldn't say that more. Okay. So now I'm going to wrap this up with a bow and really just show you. I'm not going to go too far into it, but I'm going to just show you where the planets are going to be on the 22nd of September, 2024. So I'll go from the bottom to the top. Lilith will be in Libra at 9 degrees. Relationships, the important people of our life. The South Node will have already crossed over. I'm only talking about this date. I just want to give a full disclaimer before I do this. I'm not talking about any of the amalgamations that are going to be happening. This is 3 months' time that I'm discussing. So I'm not in any way getting into any of that. I'm just showing you where the planets are going to be on the 22nd. I will have new moons. I will have full moons. I will have introductions to the I want to say the states, the months. I will have introductions to the seasons, all of that stuff. I'm just showing you how things are changing so drastically from the 20th of June to the 22nd of September. Okay, now let's get into it. So the South Node will conjunct Lilith. I'm sure I'll talk about that at some point. And then the North Node is going to be, what did I just say? 6 degrees. So 6 degrees Aries, 6 degrees of Libra. And the nodes won't change signs until January 2025. So we got tons of time there. Chiron will still be at 22 degrees of Aries, but he will be retrograde. Pluto will be at 29 degrees of Capricorn. This is its final stand. Where's my mic? Okay. This is its final stand. And I'm sure I'll talk so much more about it. I have 2 videos on Pluto and Aquarius, part 1 and part 2. It's in the toolbox in the longer range transits video. This is going to be, they're saying fun. But they're also showing me that, somebody who whitewater rafts, or who, goes like shark diving, or, my older sister, bless her, she's a Cancer sun. She is an ultra marathon runner. And so casually she can pace someone for a 26.2, is that a marathon? Casually. She can just naturally do that. She's a gazelle. She's a Sag rising. It's incredible. And so, when somebody says to you, like, oh my God, yeah, I just went shark diving. And they're like, it was so much fun. And you're like, what is wrong with you? That does not sound fun. There is like possible death. Like the percentage that you could die or lose a limb is like a big deal. Like, have you ever looked into ultras? They like literally choose to hallucinate. And they're like, yeah, I'm at 60 miles right now. Yeah, I just have like this real interesting dwarf character that's just running with me. All's well. Yeah, bunnies are on my shoulders. Like, it's kind of funny. It's like what I see naturally in the world, they're like, no, I got to get to 60 miles to do that. So kudos to you. So my guides are saying it's going to be fun in that capacity, where becoming a sovereign being and taking control of your life, your thoughts, words, actions, and intentions. For a lot of us, we're already on that. If you're an entrepreneur, if you've really been trying to be on mission, if you've been doing this for a little while, you get that. But for a lot of people, and I'll speak a lot more to this in the full moon in Capricorn video, the I'm Papa's favorite or I'm Daddy's favorite, whatever I call it. It's like a lot of people don't want to look at one little thing to say like, oh, the two-party system is broken, it's corrupt. Because then they have to look at all the other times that they've given their power away. All the other times. And a really great way that you're going to be able to tell like what, like in general conversation, when you just meet a stranger, where someone is at on their I statements is if they're, you know, either overly concerned with something that's happening within a party political system or a war, whatever that may be, and they're not speaking from I statements. You can ask an exploratory question if you feel safe to do so with, yeah, so what would you do to change it? If you were in charge, what would you do to change it? If they're like, wait, what? No, I've just been watching the news because I've been addicted to it and I'm just listening to everybody discuss it. And somebody else is in charge. Daddy's in charge. I don't have to make a decision? Take control of my own life? No. Excuse you. That's how you'll be able to tell. So I'm just leaving that there. That was a little harsher, but I understand. It needed to happen. So where are we at? Pluto is going to be retrograde. Neptune is going to be retrograde at 28 degrees. Uranus is at 27 degrees. Retrograde. Saturn, 14 degrees of Pisces. Retrograde. Jupiter's scooting. I have a whole video called Jupiter is scooting. Go watch that. 20 degrees. Not retrograde. Of course, she's at 20 degrees. Mars will be in Cancer energy. 10 degrees. Venus be in Libra energy. 29 degrees. Mercury, Virgo energy, 22 degrees. There's a Mercury retrograde in there. I have no idea what date and time, but it's there. Moon, be in Gem, 10 degrees. The Sun will be in Libra at 0 degrees. We will have the Sun trining free-flowing energy to Pluto. Sun opposite Neptune. It's wide, but the Sun is also trining the Moon. So air energy to air energy. Venus squaring Pluto, 29 degrees of Libra to 29 degrees of Capricorn. Like, I'm asking my guides if I should mention this. They're saying yes, but gently and without judgment or without anything. So this is after, no, it's not. A lot of relationships are going to completely end during this time. A lot of relationships will be completely ending. A lot of death. A lot of bigger issues that will actually be affecting people on a more micro level. And so we'll have to discuss it a little bit more then, not to prophesize negativisms, but like the Pluto transit, it has to get darker before it gets lighter for a lot of people, Yeah, see how Pluto, beautiful free-flowing energy to the Sun, and then squaring Venus right over here. It's really spread out. See, it's really spread out. This is really interesting energy. I want to channel for a minute and just see what comes through. Fear is a vibration that is very specific to planet Earth. Yes, there is fear, quote unquote, in other areas, in other dimensions, in a quantum multidimensional space, but fear is a very specific tool to use to subserve the human beings so that they don't step into a sovereign space. Even sovereign beings can become fearful solely based on the fact that they've never done what it is that they're being asked to do before in this lifetime. in this lifetime. They know as they reference meditation and as they reference things in a, someone goes for a hike and then eventually they'll know how to homestead. And we see that people, even what we have pegged as unconscious, are choosing to homestead. People are going back to more family values, whatever that looks like for them. They're like, no judgment. Don't judge what family and what sovereignty is for someone else. Just if it's not for you, just say, oh my God, thank you for doing the thing that matches with my values, but in your own amalgamation of, understandings. They're saying a lot of you are scared within your heart of hearts, and that's okay. That's okay. The fear that you're feeling, what is underneath that? It's the unknown. It's the, when you're alone in your bedroom at night and you see, scary things in the closet, and then you turn on the light and it's just your baseball hat and it's all the different things. You're aware that there are, more advanced entities outside, and so this has a lot to do with the ETs that are, coming in, that a lot of the conversation is happening, on very mainstream platforms. So I'm going to write it on my Substack. I'm going to write a whole thing, a practical guide to alien contact in a very one-on-one way. And one of the tools that you can, no, they're saying that's not the right tool. The first way that you can kind of get used to it is think of holding a spider in your hand or holding a snake in your hand. But when it comes to beings that are, have infinitely more advanced, the first vibration that we feel is fear, because we're like, they could kill us. They could kill us. Where if they wanted to, they would have by now. We know that. We know it's documented, many a times over that, at nuclear power plants, interdimensionals, aliens have turned it off to be, we won't let you blow each other up. We won't let you destroy the planet. So yes, there's good, bad, and ugly, everybody. There's a lot of attention on the planet right now, and everybody's feeling it. So that's what my guides are saying, that really a lot of people are feeling that fear. You're tapping into the collective consciousness because humans are really not so much like, oh, there's aliens. They're like, no, I know there's aliens. I saw one day. What are they doing? Why are they here? Why are they watching? They're all here to help. In the same way that the babies that are being born right now are more advanced than the human beings that are, boomers. We just understand that. We just accept that. You look in a baby's eyes, it doesn't matter what your political belief is. It doesn't matter what your division is. Has a baby ever been born in a very divided family, but everyone comes together for the birth? Yeah, they literally bring people together. So we understand that. So start small. Start very, very small and ask yourself, what would be the way that I would want to experience first contact? They're giving a little bit of a, somber parable, but, I've already recorded it. I recorded it last year, which is a video called how to prepare for the moment that the human, dies. Which is, we fear the unknown, we fear the pain, we fear what we don't understand, but so really romanticize the moment of your death. Romanticize it. And so I want you to think of what would be the coolest way that you could connect to aliens for the first time in your physical life. Because we know that they can't function in a fear-based vibration. My guys are saying that is changing. Because it's necessary. Because the collective is opening up so much that they will be able to function in the denser vibration of planet Earth, because people are so keen for it and their souls are asking for it in a much, a lot of it has to do with Jupiter speeding things up, so many different lenses that we can view that through. But my guides are saying that it's helping to wake people up in a gentler way. So we, as leaders, we go first. So I would say spend some time, really, this was not expected for this video, not expected. And I'll write an entire thing about, so first contact, what would be the coolest way for you to first contact with interdimensionals, with aliens, with whatever you have labeled those beings to be? My guides are also saying this could be an angel. This could be, not so much guardian angels, but it could be how do you contact, a deceased grandparent? How do you really connect to them? But yeah, angels are also interdimensionals. The archangels are available for everyone. So there's not going to be like a physical, like Archangel Michael or Gabriel or Yeshua coming into your life, because they are within us. They are there. This is super quantum. I know you're keeping up. But expect the unexpected. Be prepared for anything, whatever that looks like for you. Definitely have a way to filter your water. Get a life straw, or, start to go to the spring and get, filtered water. Neptune is being aspected, both times. So Neptune in Pisces at the anaretic degree of Pisces, like that's just tons and tons and tons of water energy, water issues. Neptune will be retrograde. So just like expect the unexpected, and whatever area, it'll be different for every single region of the world. What you need to feel safe and secure and abundant, do that for yourself and talk about it. Talk about this video, share it with someone that's in your life, and just be like, yeah, like, what do you think about what Sarah is saying? How do you feel safe? What is it that you need to do? Something that really came to me today, which is there's two parts to this. It's a really great way to live into a more abundant mentality, but also to always be prepared, which is to constantly keep your car's gas tank full. And, I know that sometimes people have made jokes like, I can't afford it. That's not like a, thing. Try to save up to do it once. And then anytime it dips down, then it's like, oh, I only have to put $20 in. I only have to put $20 in. I only have to put $20 in. But I would recommend, just an offering for you, always keeping it full or above midway. Just a thought, just an offering, And like I said, if any of what I'm saying is anxiety producing, just listen and have some coffee and tea with me. If you wanted to take notes, watch this a few times. You might wake up tomorrow, or like I said, my voice and my eyes, they unlock codes within you. So take what resonates and don't take what doesn't resonate. If something resonates, if tomorrow you keep waking up and you're like, yeah, I've really been wanting to drink cleaner water. Let's go get like a life straw. Or a Brita. Let's just go simple. Or just saying like, I want to get bottled water. Like I go to a beautiful spring in Linfield, Massachusetts. It's open 24 hours a day and it's lovely. It's run by really amazing people. So I'm supporting a small business. I'm getting clean water that's never seen the light of day. And it is kind of like the butteriest, most delicious water I've ever had in my life. So no negatives. And I love going for drives. So it's like I get to drive to Linfield from Gloucester. It's a beautiful day. Even I have a lot of work to do. See? I have rebranded work to be I am on mission. It is an absolute privilege and joy and blessing to be able to offer all of the things that I do for you, completely donation-based, completely complimentary, whatever you can offer. Also, I wanted to say, sending me emails that say like this really resonated with me. I've had some really beautiful people as of late just send emails to say, hey, thank you, that really resonated, and sharing some of their stories. And I bawl like a baby when I'm reading them. And just so knowing that that is also a currency that you can give back to me, to remind me that, Sarah, it's not just you, talking to yourself into your camera phone. It's like, I am somewhere on the planet and this does resonate with me, and you are offering something that is helpful for someone else on the other side of the planet. So that is a currency. Liking the video, sharing the video, commenting on the video, donating. These are all booking a private session. It's my friends and family rate right now. It's 144, regardless of the session. Astrology, channeling, processing. I try to incorporate tarot, everything into that. And, the link, I think in the community page, I posted my menu, as well as the link for my website. And, I go, like, all of the menu is available on my website. Send me a message. It's at the top of my Instagram is my menu. All of the different things. In the June 2024, I give a personal update, the Sarah update on all of my services. Definitely go check that out. And call me if you need anything. I love you. That was fun. Ciao, ciao. Have a great day.